What's up, guys? What is up? Man, you guys have been, like, I swear, every 30 minutes in the Market Cipher chat, I see someone talking about, oh, here's this divergence, and then I look at it, and it's not even a divergence. You guys are killing me. I'm just, like, looking for a few right now. That way I can just kind of have them locked and loaded, you know? Yeah, these ones from back in 2017 were fire. It was just like divergence and then green dot. Divergence, green dot. So good. These green dots were like getting you back in on the dips too. Let's see here. I remember this one too. This one, like, so the price comes lower and then the momentum goes up. That was a good one. That was like in a downtrend too. If it's not a divergence, it's convergence, which means like price is going up and then momentum's going up, price is going down and momentum's going down. So yeah, I mean, like, at these low points, a long would be nice. It's just not a divergence. It's not like a bullish divergence in a downtrend like this was. So this right here is a much stronger signal. Like, this blue blob right here is a much stronger signal to long than this one. Even though they both worked out, you just have to know the difference between convergence and divergence. Divergence means it's two things going in two different directions. One's going one way, one's going the other. You ever see someone where they got two eyes and both eyes are looking in different directions? I know a few people like that. Some of you flopping gropers are looking at me like that. But yeah, there's actually like a massive divergence here. Like, out of these three blobs, there's like that bigger divergence, which is like, it's just been diverging this whole time. But you know, you actually had I actually see a divergence right here. So it came up, momentum created a higher low, and then you actually had a lower low there. So that was your key, that was the bottom. And then here again, you have a higher low with the momentum, and you have a lower low with the price. Or I'm sorry, it's actually this right here. It has to be the same length. You can't have like this little thing and then that's the price. It's like this little bit, and then there actually is a bigger one of these two. So you had like a mini one, and then you had like a bigger one right there. Oh, right here was one too. So you have two humps that are lower. It doesn't have to be part of the same blob. It just has to be like the same distance. So you're going to follow the start point here, come up, draw it, and then you're going to match that dotted line up to over here. So you can see the price went up, momentum went down, dumped. Right here, you can see the price got lower, momentum went up, bam, went up. I've gotten really good at spotting these motherfuckers. So there are like imperfect divergences where the price stays the same, but the momentum goes lower. That's a weaker divergence than most, but you can actually still trade off it. So like, if the price is going up and your momentum is flatlined, that is a bad sign. That means it might correct a little bit. But you can see that this wasn't a big correction because we didn't get lower momentum, so it wasn't as strong of an indication, but that is there. It's good to know that that can happen. You have this one right here. As you can see, a divergence has to be like, it has to be like a less than or greater than sign. Like the lines have to be going different directions. The momentum has to be going down, the price has to be going up, or vice versa. What's the longest stretch you can do divergences? I think what really matters the most is as long as your line, like this line is the same length as this line down here. It's like the same exact area that you're covering. Like a divergence can cover over multiple blobs for sure. But some of the best indications are like when it's one blob and then it creates that smaller hump and you see the price overextending. That means that like a bunch of flopping gropers kept shorting even though the momentum was less. So, and then the bots eat that shit up quick. So if you're quick enough to just buy up that fear and buy like right as the green dot appears, like just buy other people's fear basically, then you can make serious scalps, like long scalp plays. Or, I mean, or even swings, because I mean shit, like you get this divergence down here, and that came up. These swings have been crazy. 11,003 to 12,001. Like anyone with 5x leverage even is like getting wrecked right now. You have to be like 2 or 3. It's like ridiculous how big these swings are. But all right, let's see here. We got okay, so we got raising momentum there. We got declining momentum. That was a really nice divergence, and look at that huge dump. That was a big dump because you had this big, huge decline in momentum with the price going up. That was a good sign there. This one right here, price creates a lower low, momentum creates a higher low with the same blob too. That was really nice. I was kind of thinking there might have been one in here, but oh, here we go. Yep. Yes, you'd long here, and then you'd you know, wait it out because you got strong hands because you got market cipher. You know what I'm saying? And you come up here, and market cipher's telling you that there's a bearish divergence. So that was actually your cue, even though you had a really nice long entry down here, and it is, we do say to like hold on to your nice, if you have a good entry, kind of hold on to it. But this was your signal to sell your long and wait for a better entry. So we dumped down. I don't see, if I'm correct, all yesterday, I didn't see like a single divergence all day until like late at night. Like, see how it comes down, negative, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Does the same thing over and over. It's just pure convergence and sideways, boring action. There was this nice one here last night. Bam. Okay, so here I actually do see, I mean, this hasn't fully manifested yet. We might get another hump here. But I do see the starting signs of, I see a little bit of decline in momentum. I see higher wicks, or at least wicks of the same size. You know, you can, it's kind of flexible. But this already isn't looking good to me. I'm seeing momentum going down, and we're seeing red already, so I don't know. At this 0.5 and this purple line might be resistance now. We might have to come back down to our curve, our bullish parabola, and explode from there. That's like the primo scenario. When I look at this, because we were flat for so long, the snake eyes here was I don't know, it was kind of like you would have had to hold that for a long time and you would have been shitting your pants the whole time. But the reason why we got snake eyes there was because of the how incredibly oversold this was. This was like forced down. I mean, that's what capitulation looks like. You're going to have these huge oversold readings, and our green dots are going to be abused. Because what the green dots are on Cipher B is just massive sell momentum. It basically tells you to long when the night is darkest. And so the night was darkest, and then it retraced a bit, and then I feel like this leg looking at this psychology behind this is like we printed a higher low on this momentum, even though price came down. So what that tells me is like this was like the institutional dump, a retrace, and then the FOMO shorters came in, but they were too late. You know, the dump already happened, so it corrected on them. The retard shorters lost all their money, and then we basically just went sideways and up after that. The way I like to think of divergences is like the bots and the whales make their move, and then it comes up a little bit, and then the regular person comes and makes the move. But the market's already lost momentum at that point. So that's usually when it starts pumping, is when you see that weakened momentum with lower low. That means the market basically overextended, has to snap back to the mean. Yeah, we got Crypto Face in the house. We got my brother in the house. What's up, bro? Oh, we got Jason out. What's up, bro? I figured out how to stream. It took me like 4 hours. Can't we alternate it with indicator A to see a better pick? Okay, you want me to do Cipher A. Cipher A is cool because it really works in tandem with B. Because B tells you to long when like the night is at its darkest, you know, like down here. Whereas A is interpreting these EMA ribbons. A is basically like a shit ton of EMA ribbons that are color coded, and whenever there's a cross in these EMAs, it's programmed to spit out like a certain symbol. So it's not like Jesus Christ himself coming and saying green dot, bet the farm, it's going up, you know what I mean? What it really means is it's just interpreting the EMAs for you, so you don't have to do it. And what the green dot means is the EMA ribbons are blooming up. It's a new, you know, like they're folding over into blue when they were gray. So when you first get these pinches, when you first get the first sign of a blue EMA, like right here you can kind of see that little blue in there, that's when you'll get that reversal triangle. And then if it can pump up a little more and all the EMAs finally turn blue, that's when you'll get the green dot. So that is why on the shorter time frames, if we're in a dump, you'll actually see it dump from the Cipher A green dot. That's because right as the bulls are trying to lift off, like right as the plane is trying to lift off the ground, the bears come and snatch it from the bulls right away. And that's like the psychology behind, that's the explanation of why like a 5-minute Cipher A green dot would actually lead to a dump. Because it's like, it's basically the bulls pumping it up, they get a breath of air, and then the bears push them down under again. So in a downtrend, your green dots are, I'd say that Cipher A, they're good for riding trends. I wouldn't really use Cipher A as like a consistent reversal indication like Cipher B is. Cipher B tells you to long when the night is at its darkest, when market fear and uncertainty are at their highest, and that's when your biggest gains are. Whereas Cipher A is like that second confirmation. It's like, bam, you got that daily green dot down here, and then it folds over, you get a triangle, okay, good sign, pumps up, green dot, bam, that's like your double indication. So you got a leading indication followed by a lagging, and then look at that, it's just higher lows. Hidden divergences, man. Hidden divergences are like tough to explain to people who don't even know what a regular divergence is. But I mean, basically, like when you're in an uptrend, you're going to be mainly looking for bearish divergences. So even though the price action is bullish, you're in an uptrend, the price is going to diverge from that uptrend to the bear side for a short while before it eventually you'll get like a green dot or something, and then the uptrend will continue. But you're going to have bearish divergences in uptrends and bullish divergences in downtrends. That's a typical divergence. A hidden divergence is actually it's a divergence that's in favor of the trend. So if you're in an uptrend, and you had like a bearish divergence, it'll basically be like increased buy momentum in an uptrend. That's like the way to describe it, I guess. But like a hidden divergence is basically like in favor of the bigger trend, as opposed to like countering it. Yeah, you know, you really don't have to. I mean, if you guys want to look into hidden divergences, you can. I mean, they're definitely good trades knowing those, but you can bounce back and forth between like regular ones. They usually, I mean, you'll see them pretty frequently, you know. Like this, or just in this most recent shit, you know, you have like a lower low and higher at bam, long, and then let's see here. Yeah, holy shit. So this one we saw earlier, where the price stayed the same but momentum went down. Remember I said that was a... But yeah, like when this stream started, I had told you guys that this looked like a divergence. We had decline in momentum and a even price, and look at this, it's dumping. So you just saw it in real time.